Wow, I really need to work on my penmanship. Like, seriously? Like, look at this. I still don't know what to do for Thursday. No idea. Well, we are starting the week out on a high note. Oh, we have got the blueberries. I bought 2 boxes this year. They're actually cheaper than what I paid last year. So that makes me happy. So these are, I believe, 5-pound boxes. Yep. There it is. 5 pounds. Ha ha. Time to put some blueberries in some jars. So we've got 2 1/4 cups of sugar in here. And we're going to add 9 cups of water. I'm hoping I picked the right pot. Ooh, she's close. There we go. So we're making a simple syrup or a light syrup for fruit. You can actually can blueberries in water or juice, but we're going to do a light syrup. So this is quite the beginning to a week. I didn't intend to can blueberries. Nice clean blueberries. Time to pack these guys in some jars. There we go. 7 jars of blueberries ready for the syrup. And in they go. So they will water bath can once this comes up to a boil. And once our funky dial gets into that dark green right there. And they water bath for 15 minutes. Yeah, I know. We do the canning videos separately normally, but blueberries are ridiculously easy. Wash the blueberries, pick off the stems, look for any bad ones like you normally would. Put them in jars, and you can either hot pack them, which means you boil the berries for about 30 seconds and then drain them and jar them. Or raw pack them like I am, and you put them in jars and cover them with either hot syrup, hot water, or hot juice. It's easy. So I chose hot syrup because these are wild blueberries, so they're a little tartar to me. And when I want to use them, I just drain them off. I can make a pie, put them in muffins, put them in blueberries, do whatever. Put them in blueberries? Put them in pancakes. Wow. I'm already after a great start this week. Pretty jars of blueberries. It looks like our first batch of onions are ready to store. Second batch is slowly drying. We'll get the tops lopped off of those too. But I have 3 of those bags, so time to pack them up. Now, I'm not the most organized person in the world. Far from it. But I've been trying really, really hard to keep these gardening tasks in line. Now, with the rain, coinciding with days off in the mornings, I mean, the garden, it looks terrible. I mean, it looks really, really bad. But it's producing, so it makes me happy. The only really good thing about the weeds in some locations is it's helping maintain the moisture in some places that tend to dry out pretty fast. So that kind of makes me happy. So I'm still not exactly sure how this week is going to progress. Guess we'll find out. All right. I'm going to get these onions in, and then we're going to go outside because we have to clean up all that garlic. So we got our bucket for the compost. We actually have quite a bit of garlic. And an earwig. Get off of there. All right. Do we have any more? I guess we'll find out. Now I gotta figure out how I tied it up. Oh, that's terrible. Cleaning garlic isn't that bad. It's actually pretty easy. That's basically it. I'm gonna go grab a little brush. So this, guys, it's just a bottle brush. I'm not gonna wash the garlic. I'm just gonna basically knock as much dirt off as I can. I'm gonna trim the roots a little bit more. There we go. That's it. So I've got a smaller mesh bag, and yeah, you wouldn't think garlic would be so easy. Now, if I was going to use my garlic for seed garlic, I would look for a head like this. I mean, look at the size of those cloves in there. Aren't they massive? I mean, I still may, instead of going to buy seed garlic this year, I'm not sure. Because that is the perfect head right there to plant. Ooh. That guy too. All right, I'm gonna finish cleaning these up. And that's one more job done. It's awfully bright out here now. Wow. So my question to myself about whether or not I was going to save some for seed garlic has been answered. We had some where they had split. So I've got 5 cloves of garlic that had split. So there's nothing wrong with them. If I want to cook with them, I can. Not a problem. But I can't really store them. So these are going to go in a little cotton bag. And then we'll put them in the fridge until it's time to plant them. But so far so good. Now I've been being dive bombed by a hummingbird for the last little while, so I think it's time to clean that hummingbird feeder. It's been a couple of days. And we'll make the hummingbirds happy. Well, I pulled up the majority of the rest of the onions. So they're all sitting out on our makeshift table up on the deck because earwigs like to hide in the onions. Whoop. Time to dig the rest of this garlic out. That's the last of it. Some of them are like huge. Look at that. So I'm gonna let these sit out here and dry out in the sunshine for a little bit. Now, that garlic there, I actually got in a little place called Point Prim. Now, it's actually one of my favorite lighthouses. And you just go up the road and it was just a roadside stand. So they had garlic and seed garlic. So I bought a bag of each. Why not? Now, some of it I did get from the nursery as well. Because I wasn't 100% sure, you know, what was going to happen. And it turned out that the nursery garlic, it grew well. But this Point Prim stuff actually grew bigger. Blew me away. Now, the little heads of garlic that we're saving that busted open, those were actually also the Point Prim garlic. So, yeah. When I do a little bit of a, I don't know, road tour in about a month, I'll go back and, well, see if they have any more. So, this is going to sit out here on the picnic table. Probably a couple hours or so. I'll probably come back out before I go to work, tie it all up and hang it up in the back room. Yeah. This week was supposed to be a little bit quieter. Not gonna happen. Well, I did get the rest of it down. I made a stupid mistake though. There's a bar under there, which I think was used by the old owner to clean his boots. And I didn't cut the fabric around it. You know, that would be a smart thing to do. But it is nice actually to have the gravel right up to the door again. Now, by the step, I do know I do not have fabric under here, but to be honest, I'll be scraping all these rocks off later, but I probably should have put the fabric there because I guess I'm a putz. I am back in the grubby garden attire again. It is time to yank carrots. Yes, the carrots need to get out of the ground. I gotta try and get out here and finish cutting this grass too. I cut most of it the other day, and it's just been a weird couple of days that I just haven't finished it. It really needs to be finished. But yeah, we really need to yank carrots. I'm almost there. Holy cow, I have a garlic scape this time. Look at that. There's actually 2 garlic left that are in the garden here. And yeah, those 2 are not ready yet. This week is not quite as stupid and hectic as it has been, but that also means that the canning is going to get busy. Oh, like all those tomatoes that I showed you last week, crazy. Like crazy. There's a lot of them. And I don't actually think we have enough. So, all right, I'm going to start yanking the carrots. A couple of short ones. Let's see what else we have. Hi again. Well, I haven't made much of a dent yet. There's still all of those. But I can only can so many at a time. These guys, there's quite a few little tiny ones. We'll just have those for supper. But yeah, I mean, look at this guy. Isn't that fabulous? Oh, he's a little hard to see now. He's pretty far over there. Not very often you see a search and rescue helicopter. But he's not that far from the coast, it looks like. Well, I'm getting there. Only a few left in the bucket. But lots of nice compost at least. Well, we don't have many apples on our little tree. There's only 3 actually. This one, I think something's eating that one. And we got that little guy up there. But the tree doesn't look very happy lately. He's got a few bugs in there, it looks like. I don't like spraying, but it looks like I'll be spraying the apple tree. That really kind of makes me mad. So, I never thought, we've never made cheesecake together, but cheesecake, to be honest with you, is like one of the easiest desserts in the world. So, it's a fabulous ratio. 1 package, 1 egg, 1/4 cup of sugar. Beat the cheese with the sugar, add the egg. That's it. I put a little bit of vanilla in mine because I like it. This specific company, I'm not going to say names, right, because we're on YouTube. They don't even have vanilla in the recipe. The No Name, I think it has vanilla in its recipe, but the ratios are the same. Doesn't matter what kind of cream cheese you use. I mean, cheesecake is ridiculously easy. Like, phenomenally easy. Pre-made pie crust like we're using, shortbread cookie base, graham cracker base, do whatever kind of base you want. I just happen to have a pie crust left. That's it. Cheesecake. Phenomenally easy. Really, really easy. Stupidly easy. What's really annoying is when you need to blind bake your last frozen pie crust and there's a manufacturer's defect. I tried to pinch it together, but it didn't work. But it'll still hold that little bit of cream cheese mix. I am thinking blueberry cheesecake. There we go. Mix is in. Gonna put this in the oven. Probably take about 25 minutes because it's only a little cheesecake. And then we'll fill it up with some blueberry pie filling. This is gonna be good. Decisions. Do we use one of the big ones? Or one of the little ones? I think there's plenty of room on top for a big one. Yeah. I'm gonna put this in a little saucepan with a little extra water, but we're gonna thicken it with cornstarch. Dessert is on the way. So there was so much juice in that jar that all I did was add some cornstarch to the juice. Now this is just below medium. And we're just gonna cook this until it's nice and thick. Now I put more cornstarch than you probably would because I want it super, super thick. Because I want to be able to cut through it like blueberry jello. Yeah, you could probably hear the canner as well because we're still working on carrots. See? Lots of tasty carrots. So I didn't need to get any shopping done this week. Neat, huh? I've got enough milk till the weekend, all that fun stuff. But I did have to go into town, and what I did is I did go in and I got our weekly pantry. Now, I went in with the intention of just getting oil, which is great. Now, I use a lot of olive oil as well. Now, my favorite stuff is this stuff. It is not a cheap oil, I'm not going to lie, but I don't use a ton of it. These bottles are 1 liter. That's actually a Tunisian olive oil, and I actually really like it. But I was thinking if they're on sale, we'll grab another one. I do actually have one, but then I looked in the pantry and I realized, wait a minute, regular oil. Well, regular oil is definitely not on sale, but I got thinking, I do actually use a fair amount of olive oil, just plain olive oil. This is extra virgin, but I didn't have any, well, I shouldn't say I didn't have any. I do have a little bit, just oil. Plain, pure olive oil. So, we did this. This is a 1 liter bottle. These normally are about $9. 500 milliliter bottles are $5. Well, this guy was on sale for $6. Might have been an oops, I don't know, so I bought it. Now I've got just a big 1 liter jar of pure olive oil. So now our vinegar was half our budget, $2.50. This was $6. I'm still technically under budget, which is great. So, yeah, what is this? Week 6? Done. So first things first, I've got one of the little tiny cloves of garlic and 2 of the little tiny onions from the garden. So we're going to saute these up till they're nice and translucent. And we're going to just make a little bit of soup. So I don't have any chicken beef stock cubes. I only have beef. So I'm going to put half just in a cup because I don't need a whole one because I'm only making, enough for me. And I'm going to put the water from the carrots in it. So I decided to put the rest of that cube in because when I tasted it, it was all right, but it didn't have a ton of flavor. That's okay. So I've also added some thyme and parsley because, what do I make that doesn't have parsley in it? Not very much, I don't think. And now we're going to dump the carrots in. Now it is only the 1 jar carrots. And they are really, really soft, of course, because they're cooked. We're going to let this simmer even more. Probably a good 15 minutes because we're just going to smush up the carrots anyway. It is time to whiz up the soup. Here we go. It is all done. So, well, I've splattered, made a mess, but that's okay. My lunch is ready. Well, this is my last job of the week. These are all the onions. Well, not all of them. The rest are in there. And the last of the garlic is cured. Now, the neat thing is, these little tiny guys right here, see, there's what, 4 of them? 5 of them? I don't know. Anyway, these little tiny guys here are essentially just 1 big clove of garlic. That's actually what I put in the soup that I made. Kind of neat. Oh, that one might have 2. But yeah, I need to trim the heads off these onions because they need to go inside to finish drying. And the garlic needs to go in the bag. I dropped an onion. I can't reach it. I'm gonna have to ask Fred to get it. Oh, kind of hanging out on the front porch. This chair and I have become really, really good friends while we've been peeling carrots. So I'm squinting. It's not sunny, but the UV is high. Anyway, I thought I would tell you what I meant by curing onions. So, you know when you buy onions in the supermarket or the store or wherever you buy your onions, they have the brown papery skin on the outside, which is this stuff. See? So essentially, when you yank the onions out, that's not really papery yet. So what you do is you just literally let them hang out. Now, a good cured onion, it could take a couple of weeks. Hi, Orson. We have company. So it can take a couple of weeks to get a properly cured onion. Sometimes less, sometimes more. I did leave these ones outside, mostly because I really had no room on the little greenhouse inside. So this would be Orson. He's one of our old men. I'm not sure. Did I ever show you Orson? But apparently he's a little upset that I'm outside. So Orson and Suri, this is a tangent moment. Orson and Suri have been hanging out in the window while I've been out here cleaning and peeling carrots. So, yes, darling, can I finish my conversation now? Thank you. Anyway, to get back to the point. When you cure the onions, you literally just let them hang out. I leave the tops on for probably about a week and a half. And then I trim them. And then they're going to sit for at least another week. Now, I probably leave them with the tops on too long. I'm going to have to look into that a little bit more, but I haven't had any problems. And then they go in the bags, and they're just going to hang in our pantry closet there, where it's dark, and it does stay relatively cool in there. Yes, I know it's beside the wood stove, but believe it or not, it doesn't get hot in there. I think it's just the way they had insulated it and built it. It actually works out pretty well. Now, if I really wanted to, I could take them upstairs into our spare bedroom and hang them in the closet there. That's actually right beside my office, and that's the coolest part of the house. So dark and cool. That's basically what you need. So there you go. My spiel on curing onions. Well, that's all the onions and garlic cleaned up. I am all cleaned up again because I have to work. But I thought I'd show you that little dessert that we had made. See? Came out pretty good. Now, of course, a lot of people would probably put more cheesecake on the bottom. I was just going to use the one thing of cheese. Not a big deal. Because, hey, that way it's not all going to go to waste. It's smaller. It'll get eaten. Right? Right. It has been a steady week and a busy week. One more piece of manual labor done. I still have another piece of manual labor to do. I want to get the fire pit sorted. I might not have enough gravel left now. Fred and I are going to have to look at that. Anyway, guys. Yeah, summertime videos. They seem a little weird. We got a little bit of everything every time we make a video. So, thanks for coming out. Like I said before, and I'll say it again, I appreciate each and every one of you. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. That's last week. Yeah. So now I'm going to eat my dessert because that's what you do on your birthday. You make dessert and you eat it too. Anyway, everyone, go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Please go ahead and share because I'm actually having a lot of fun showing everybody all the fun stuff that I am learning here on the homestead. Bye for now.